There's a holly bush over there. The bumblebees are loving it, as well as there's a specific type of pine tree over here that's very pollenous. If you live in the south, you really know what's up. Your car is completely covered, almost like snow. Not even exaggerating. So as a result, we have bumblebees flying around, and man, they're acrobats. Have you ever really, like, everybody's seen the big bumblebees zooming around, but have you really paid attention to two of them in flight, like in unison? Like, there's so much coordination involved. Like, I really can't understate that enough. I don't know, I just paid attention to it for the first time. Maybe yesterday, sitting with my wife. I was like, holy shit, this thing just did a double barrel roll backflip and then like a curtsy to freaking link up with that other its mate and then start flying together. It was just wild. But on the flip side, there's a bunch of like wasps going around looking for pollen too. They're pretty chill, you know. They got a bad rap. I mean, they are assholes, kind of like drivers in big cities. That's what I look at wasps like. They're like taxi drivers in big city. They're driving through and they're pissed, but they'll leave you alone because they got a job to do, type of thing. Anyways, I wanted to talk about a few of these. It's relevant. Mostly, I wanted to talk about this. This is the OneFold. I've carried this around for a while now. I've gotten to use it for quite a bit. Let me go grab a stick. This is pretty. I talked about this in the last video. Not the last video, but a few videos back. It's a hardy branch. Do you remember what tree it is? And what I did with it? It's a good enough stick. Yeah. All right. Yeah, where were we? Shout out to the soldier. I love that this knife smells like wood on the inside now. It does. And so does the forester. Anyways, on to the point. I've carried this knife around for a while now, and I've used it in a multitude of tasks. This was my first Swiss Army knife, like the first one I really carried. It's a Tinker. I got it in like 08, 09, senior of high school. Senior year of high school, that's when I got this one. But I didn't really carry it till like years after, but it was just around in the dresser. But I did use the hell out of this thing. So, philosophy of use. Check this out and how slick it is. So this is the newest edition. It's got this like milled out area right here to just decrease weight, and honestly it's for aesthetics too, because these knives are already pretty light, let's be honest, but it does look cool. Kind of looks futuristic. To that pocket clip, it was very, very slippery. Like, this pocket clip is very good, and you can see it's actually not even raising at all, and I've used it quite a bit on a multitude of different types of pant. But it is high polished stainless spring steel, so it was slippery. And I added this kind of Solomon bar, cobra stitch, whatever you want to call it, with some, I guess that's nylon cordage. And yeah, that allows me to have some traction in the pocket. So like when it slides, it's friction. It works out really well. This is a liner lock, which is kind of cool. It's more or less the same size. And these bumblebees are flying all over me. It's that damn tree we just cut. All right, so this is the Pioneer, the standard Pioneer. Standard Pioneer. It's pretty awesome. The thing I liked about it when I first got it was that the blade was much larger than this Tinker. Let's go ahead. You can see it's immensely wider. And it's a little bit longer. It's a heftier blade. Look at the thickness difference too. Right? So it just feels like a better, this is a work knife. Even though this one pulled its weight just fine. Like honestly, for years, I think the note is that this one is the same size. If not a little bit bigger. Look at the tang on it. See how it's widened out? Makes you kind of feel like it is bigger. And honestly, it's more material, but that's just for the liner lock. You see? Liner lock. Yeah. But I'm seeing the exact same, more or less, stock. The grind is a bit different. Yeah. A little bit different. But it's more or less the same tapering too, just slighter. Because this is a liner lock. Let's see. So naturally, the blade is hugging this side of the scale, and then there's this accommodation, and they wanted it to be centered, or at least they wanted the blade tip to fall center. So look, and it does. But how in the hell do they do that? It's a fat piece of blade. Imagine this stock going from this handle and just touching all the way down, and it's just one rectangle. Kind of grind the blade this way at an angle till it meets right there in the center. Doesn't affect the cuttability or usability of the knife whatsoever. I thought it would be on this one when I once noticed it, but no, it's actually genius. In one of my last videos, I actually talk about how genius they are for fitting all those tools in there. And they're not bent, they're just cut that way, like machining perfection. By contrast, I have this little Alox one over here too, and this is the Bantam. This little puny blade is smaller than the Tinker. It's really adorable. I love it. But this has that combo tool. You can see. It's pretty dope. I like it. But yeah, just for reference. So small, I guess grande and venti. But all these knives perform as they should. As a ladybug. Tripping for nothing. All these knives perform as they should. Oh shit. Ridiculously slicey. Ooh, Colin's a Longfellow. Did you catch my video about this? I did a little reading. Yeah. Works just fine. Look at that edge. It's polished. That's another thing. Speaking of polished, like, okay, for 50 bucks, 60 bucks, 70 bucks, look at Buck Knives. Buck Knives gives you a satin blade. And I'm not talking shit. I'm just trying to compare really quick, like apples to apples. But you know, with Victorinox, you get a solid ass construction, and the blades are always polished. A mirror polished blade. Like, everything is gorgeous. There's two bumblebees fucking around behind me. Okay, but yeah, gorgeous. And yeah, they charge you extra for that at Buck and most other places too. A polished blade is a premium thing. Well, you get that as a standard. Sometimes this gets overlooked, I think. But on all their blades, they don't give you a satin fucking blade. Victorinox polishes the shit out of it. This one is like pushing 20 years old. Holy shit. I just did the math. Like, it's 2026, and I got this one like 2008, 2009. Oh my god. This is gonna be a vintage one. Like, you know, those ones you see on eBay and the ones you see guys talking about on other channels. Holy shit. It bites into it. Like, no joke. Victorinox is the shit. They are like the brand, Victorinox. I feel like a lot of people, it's not like those souvenir ones you get at the store. Or like the souvenir shop, gift shops. You know, those ones with your names on it. Those are cheap. They copy this company. They do it right. I've been using this one. There's no wiggle. No wiggle. The scale did fall off once when I dropped it over the years ago, so I just glued it back on. It pissed me off so much that I actually bought the Alox ones because look, no handles that fall off. It's all riveted together. And I was like, hell yeah. And then the bonus for me was not only no plastic handles, and then the no toothpick and tweezers. I kind of get used to them, but you don't need them. You can live without them, but they're nice. Bigger blade, like this is a knife. And then shortly after I got this one, that Pioneer X came out. And that one proved to be pretty clutch. Yeah. That's more or less what I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, all the blades cut the same. Doesn't matter exactly like what Victorinox knife you get. They're all slicey. They're all gonna perform. It's legit. This is some pretty decently hard wood too. Actually. Yeah. Before I forget, I'm just rambling, right? Showing off branch. This is one thing I really liked about this one. Actually, like philosophy of use. There's pollen all over the screen of my phone now. It's nuts. But to be honest, backup knife or pajama pants, boxer shorts, going to play fucking basketball, whatever the hell it is. It's that knife that's not going to bounce around like, you know, in your pockets when you're fucking running around. It's just there. Because usually I put my flashlight here anyway, like at night. It's a little utility knife for when you're out. But yeah, I did do a video. I do a lot of book readings, mostly on Sunday. There's kind of a spiritual undertone to them. Not really promoting anything in particular, just the human condition. You know, we ask questions, we talk, we give insights. We might call each other crazy, we might call each other cool. But all of us don't know what the hell. What's coming next? So every like, is basically like you throwing a quarter into the tip jar or that hat for a musician at the corner of the street. That's me. That's my hat, my tip jar. So give me a like, subscribe if you dig the vibe. I'm gonna keep doing this regardless, but you know, it's motivating. Thanks for watching.